Good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, from any part of the world. My name is Tony Hernandez Pomerejo. I'm an advocate for those that have autism and other disabilities from around the world. I'm also the author of the book called An Autism Unscripted Life, which talks about my life in the autism spectrum from childhood all the way to adulthood. In that book, I talk about the challenges that I went through as a person with autism and how I was able to overcome those challenges in order to achieve key goals of my life, such as graduating from college, getting full-time employment, doing public speaking, be able to work full-time as a manager, and more important, how I was able to achieve in order to accomplish my main job, my main work, which is being an advocate for the rights of people that have autism and other disabilities from everywhere. So it's an honor and a privilege to be with all of you in this very, very special video. Today's video is simple. It's just to look back at the year 2019. For me, this year has been incredible. It's been one of perhaps the most important year of my life so far. So many things, so many events, so many experiences happened during this year. We began the year when I did my speaking presentation at the CARD conference in Orlando with other adults that have autism, and that was a very great experience. From there, also, during this year, which in fact it happened about a year ago, but I can consider this the first year, which was the release of my book, An Autism Unscripted Life. Be able to talk about my book, be able to share my story with other people, especially with families that have their loved ones, their children, their adult children with autism. Be able to share about my story, not only to share my experiences of life as a person in the spectrum, but more important, to be able to help those families, to help them give hope that their child will be able to achieve, and there's hope for their child to achieve a better life as a person with autism or any other disability. That the challenges are not impossible or improbable to beat, and that it's very important to know and to realize that that person with autism has a purpose, that has a potential to make the difference and to live an independent life and to have a great quality of life. If only we create a united community, and we continue to not only raise awareness but also accept people with autism as they are, accept them as people that are capable of making significant contributions in our world. And that's the reason why I released my book called An Autism Unscripted Life, which was through my experiences to raise that awareness and that acceptance, and more important, as a call of action to help everybody in the autism spectrum and their families and the community in order to do what it is necessary to help them and to help each adult person in the spectrum and other disability to have a better quality of life. And that's what I wanted to do with my story, and it's been a tremendous experience to share that experience, to share the book with many families, and to share it with the autism community. Throughout this year, I was able to meet different, new people, make new friends from many parts of, where I live in Florida and other parts of the world. And more important, to learn from their stories, to learn about the challenges, but also very important, to learn more about their children, learn what they like to do, what they like to do, who they are, what they like to do every day, their hobbies, who they are as a person, and be able to learn from those stories, which has become part of my daily mission in life, which is to make that difference in that positive and long-lasting difference in their lives, and be able to learn from those stories, from families that have loved ones with autism, from the schools, from organizations that work with people with autism, and other levels, other areas of society, has been for me the greatest experience in this year as an autism advocate. So all the memories, all the experiences that I have been able to learn from this year has been without a doubt the highlight of my year, of this great year. Be able to do speaking presentations, be able to meet other people, and also even be able to translate my book, An Autism A Scripted Life, into Spanish, Una Vida Autista Sin Libreto, and be able to reach the Hispanic community and to help those Hispanic families that have loved ones with autism and providing hope, and more important, be able to raise that awareness and let them know that their child with autism has a purpose and they can achieve great things in life. And the most important thing is to never give up and to never surrender in this, this daily battle, which all of us, especially in the autism community, we face. So basically, be able to, that's been my experience throughout the year. Be able to learn those experiences, especially the last 2 months. I had the honor and the privilege to be back to Puerto Rico for the first time in 4 years. I moved to Florida about 8 years ago, and the last time I was in Puerto Rico was 4 or 5 years ago. And be able to be with my people, and be with their families that have loved ones with autism in Puerto Rico was an outstanding experience. Be able to share the book, be able to share the work that I have done as an advocate, as a person that have overcome those obstacles, overcome those challenges, and be able to achieve key goals of life, to be able to let society, all of this is to educate our society and to raise that awareness and acceptance that people with autism can contribute, that people with autism are not a liability, they're not a burden to anybody. We're just different, all of us in the spectrum, and every person in the autism spectrum, and every person with other disabilities and other challenges, just have the same rights as other people in society to achieve a great quality of life, no matter the challenges. So my trip to Puerto Rico was extraordinary. And I'll be able to share my book. It was the first, and be able to have those experiences, be able to do TV interviews for the first time in my life. After in which it was a moment that I thought it was not going to come anytime soon, but it did happen. And be able to spread my message to society, to help this great population, to help them provide a better quality of life, which is what it's all it's about. It's about the people that have autism and their families and the community, and to be able to meet the messages, to be able to read the messages of support, of gratitude from families, parents, grandparents, thanking me for sharing my story, which gave them hope for their child to achieve a great future, and to never give up the fight. That for me is the highest satisfaction of life, is to see others fulfill their purpose, fulfill their potential, to achieve their purpose, their mission in life. Because each person in this life has a mission, has a purpose to achieve, and do not let anybody or anyone or any other group tell you otherwise. Each person has a mission. It is our responsibility to work every day to achieve that mission in life. So overall, going back to my experience in Puerto Rico was tremendous. It was a week that I will never forget, and which I was able to, in addition to selling my book, not selling a lot of books, of course, but more important, learning from the community and continue to learn from everybody, which is the most important thing, which is be able to learn from the families, to learn from the schools, and learn from the organizations, and learn from all the autism community about the challenges that people with autism face, but more important, about the solutions of helping them achieve a better quality life and more independent life, no matter the level of functionality no matter the level of functionality, or no matter the challenge. We need to educate and unite our community in order to educate our overall society about the challenges that people with autism face, and more important, about the solutions. So that way people with autism can fulfill their potential in life. So overall, be able to, it's been a great experience. As I said, the week in Puerto Rico, and also a couple of weeks later, being interviewed at the Spirit Orlando, and be able to get the first time ever I get my own TV segment called Tu Propósito in Spanish, in Your Purpose in English. I'm very grateful to the people, Univision of Orlando, especially Ángel Sepúlveda, for giving me this great opportunity to talk about my message and to help those, not only people with autism and other disabilities, but everybody that's going through a tough time and going through different challenges in our community, especially here in Central Florida, to let them know that not all hope is lost. That there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and that each person must do everything possible to not give up on their dreams and to not give up on their mission in life. So being able to do my segment at the Spirit Orlando at Univision every single week has been unbelievable. It has been tremendous. Spreading that message, which is what it is really all about, is fulfilling the mission that I set out for myself back in 2014, after going through a lot of tough times, after going through challenges and situations in my life up to that point. I set a mission in which I was going to make a positive and a long-lasting difference in not only people's lives, but also other lives, especially in animals, which, by the way, they have the same rights to have a great quality of life as we do, and we need to do much more as a society to protect the rights of animals everywhere, in order to create a better world. So overall, this has been a great year, and I'm looking forward to the next year in 2020. A lot of projects are coming up, a lot of big things are coming up, but always, as long as that mission that is being fulfilled for everyone in this world, then that's what really matters. So again, I wish all of you, for this first, I wish all of you a happy Merry Christmas, if not a happy holidays, and a happy New Year for all. My wish for all of you is to do everything within your power. One, to be grateful, and to be able to do everything within yourselves in working and be able to fulfill your purpose in life. That purpose is not the same for every person. That purpose is different. But do everything possible every single day in order to achieve your mission in life. And let's continue to work together to create a more unified and a better world and a better planet for all. So again, thank you so much for being with me here today. And I look forward to being with all of you as we enter to 2020. To make, and let's all of us together make that positive and a long-lasting difference in our world. Thank you so much, and have a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays and Happy New Year to all. And I'll see you soon. And this is Tony Hernandez Pumarejo, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.